Twisted Christian. Today, I'm just going to update you guys on kind of what's going on with Zion Oil. Also, I'm going to update you on my thoughts about what's going on in Iraq and a few other things. But first, I'd like to thank you guys for your support on the Patreon. All the Twisted Christian support links are down below in the description. Now, the first thing is Zion Oil. And I've been on their website. I've been through forums and all these different things, trying to look for information, any kind of SEC filings, and I haven't found anything yet as far as any new information. So whatever's going on, things are pretty tight-lipped right now, and I'm going to put the links down below in the description of the Patreon, but I will make this particular video public so you guys could go see. So all the links to the 3 forums that I just go and look, there might be others, but these are ones that I think that are probably the most popular ones. If there is any more, you guys can put a comment, because I don't put links. I don't put that many links to articles anymore in my description, because sometimes if those links are deemed bad by YouTube or whatever, then you can get your video dinged. So the link down below to the Patreon is in the description, and then you just click on that, and you'll see the first post, which will be this video here, which will have the different links to like the SEC and how you can look up their forms and announcements and stuff like that through the government. And then also, like right here, this is a Yahoo forum for Zion Oil. So you can see the conversations and posts. You just have to be careful what people say, and sometimes people might try to bring in some kind of, might bring you, fake news or something like that. So you always got to be careful of any kind of stock forum. So those links are in the description on the Patreon. So anybody can go and watch that video and also take a look at those links on that Patreon post right now. All right, so now my thoughts on what's going on in Iraq. Right now, we're just kind of at the same spot when Mahdi stepped down. We just have nothing. We don't have anything. There's no. All the people in Iraq, they reject all the prime ministers, and of course, there's supposed to be possibly some more announcement coming at some point today or tomorrow about a new prime minister. That all remains to be seen. And who knows if whoever the prime minister becomes, he might not be prime minister for long. You might only be in there for a month. You might get in there and decide he doesn't want to do it anymore, right? Or resign for whatever reason. So over there, we still have nothing. We still have, the protests, and it's actually still all going on worldwide. You're just not seeing it in the news because the media's kept you so focused on what's going on with the President of the United States that they're not reporting what's actually still going on. All those things that I've discussed in the videos, the global unrest, the massive global reset that's looming, and additional more money that the feds are just keep still pumping in money. And so we're just waiting and watching to see what actually takes place. And we do look for some type of global reset. There's also more news that's coming out about just like general criticism of what the central banks are doing. And hopefully, you can't rely on the mainstream media to show you what's going on, to show you what the problem. To show you the problem. They'll focus on it if they think when they think it's going to hurt the President of the United States. They'll focus on it then, and then try to blame him, even though that we know that this has been a problem, an ongoing issue for many years. It's a bubble that has been building long before the current president, 20 years ago, 30 years ago. So it's just gotten worse and worse and worse. So at some point, something's going to break. And not really knowing how it's all going to play out. We look at what's going on with the President of the United States coming up this week. We heard of 17 talking about a great awakening, and we still haven't really seen any mass arrest yet. So those are some of the things that I am looking for. And I think we're still not there yet. It can still go at any time. Things can change overnight. They literally can change overnight. But there's still some things that we still have to see. Okay? And now I'm just going to go ahead and give you guys kind of an overall update with the chart. And we look at the global currency reset, the dinar RV, we're looking at a potential massive market crash. So we discussed the debt. You guys know 250 trillion, and that's the global debt, and how it's still accumulating. There's no way to stop the debt from climbing in the way that it is right now. Because if they were able to, at least they would try to get some of that debt down. And right now, it's not working. So then we have the gold and the gold standard. We've talked about a gold-backed currency. We've discussed that. I've showed you guys articles in the past and how you can see how gold has risen. And it's risen because people are starting to put more of their money into gold. And there's going to come a point where if we do see a market crash, you are going to see gold go up. Or leading up to it, you're going to see gold, the price of gold go up as we lead towards the crash, or it's just going to go up at the moment of the crash. So I believe that it's going to continue to go up slowly as more and more people realize what's going on with the stock market, what's going on with the central banks. I believe that they will start you'll see a lot more investors going to gold, in my opinion. Now the crypto market, with all that's going on with that, it's right now it's so messy that I don't even really want to even really talk about it all that much. So, but I'm going to go ahead and skip the crypts because I don't really want to talk about that. If you guys already know what happened, I couldn't post anything for a week just because I mentioned certain things and I see where things are going. So there are some things I'm just going to start to try to avoid. And I will show you guys. I've had to change a lot of the settings on my videos and stuff because I kept getting dinged and dinged and dinged and dinged. So I just went ahead and I removed a lot of videos, but I also just took a lot of the monetization off the videos and made a lot of videos private just because so there wouldn't be any problems. All right, then we have Iraq. You guys already know it's the same problem that they always have, and it all leads to corruption, and then of course what's going on with their neighbors. And of course we talked about the central banking system. It's falling apart. And then some of the events that I look for, new Iraq prime minister, and I do look for a body still, but that just all remains to be seen and how it all plays out. The end of the trade war, which we're beginning to see that. Now we haven't seen any of the mass arrests. We still see the protests going on, right? And then of course, then we have Mr. E, and there is some breaking news about that, but it's the beginning. So I'll post that on a separate post on the Patreon, because that's something I don't want to discuss here on this particular channel. You remember when gas prices would shoot up to $3 and $3.50, $4 and $5. Well, now since the price of oil isn't going up like it used to, because we rely on the United States oil, and you're going to see a tremendous change. And we already know the president has already said that we're energy independent as far as oil. So that's why you're going to see a lot more of the politicians raise the gas tax. So because the prices are low, the politicians see an advantage to raise your gas prices by adding tax. So then we got the prophecies of Kim Clement, and still a lot of those are being fulfilled in different particular areas. And then we still look for the other ones, a lot of the financial ones. And one of the things that I think is that a lot of us don't have the opportunity to invest because we don't have a lot of money. And I think that some of the things that Kim Clement talked about is going to require us to have some funds to be able to invest in, say for instance, a space mining company. If that space mining company is $400 a share, and they're getting ready to go after a $1 trillion asteroid, and you want to be a part of that, and you want to invest $500 or $400 a stock, and you want to buy a lot of it, well, you can't do that with the money that you have now, right? You need to be able to have the funds to be able to invest in those things that a lot of whether it be prophetic or just what new markets are opening up to. So you want to be able to be in that position. A lot of us will not be in a really good position to put ourselves to invest to increase what God has given us, because what does the Bible say about when God gives you, right? And some people made money, and then you have the person who just put it up. He didn't put it in the bank, at least to collect interest. So God was upset. So that was the parable that that God was upset that you didn't take what was given to you and at least try to increase it. You just put it up. You didn't put it in the bank. You didn't do anything with it. Didn't try to go out and try to double your money or triple your money or try to invest in or try to. And so we are going to be able to be put into a position to where we can invest in those other things, those other industries that are coming. Anyways, guys, I thank you guys for listening. I will keep you updated. I have videos coming this week, so just hold on to your seat. Yeah, so just hold on to your seats, and eventually we will get there to the end of this. At some point, at least with this part, it will end. Right when it comes to the global reset and everything changes, it's just going to depend on what you do afterwards. Because you don't want to be back listening to anybody looking for the next big investment because you don't have what was given to you, right? Because once you're in that position, if you just go after the dinar and that's all you have, and 2-3 years later, you're trying to figure out how to get back into trying to get wealth, and then you didn't miss all the other investment opportunities, the prophetic ones by Kim Clement and other people, and in the different industries that are opening up, you're going to miss it all, and then you're going to be stuck right back at the bottom, and you're going to have to work really, really hard. You're going to have to work really, really hard to even obtain the opportunity with the opportunity that you have right now. Anyways, guys, I thank you for listening. With that being said, Twisha Christian out.